I believe Richard Nixon will go down in history as one of the important American presidents. And after a while, people will not remember what Watergate was all about. He made many mistakes, but his achievements far outweigh his mistakes.
I, Gerald R. Ford, President of the United States, pursuant to the pardon power conferred upon me by Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution, have granted, and by these presents do grant, a full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon for all offenses against the United States.
Always give your best. Never get discouraged. Never be petty. Always remember, others may hate you, but those who hate you don't win unless you hate them. And then you destroy yourself. And so we leave with high hopes, in good spirit, and with deep humility, and with very much gratefulness in our hearts. You are here to say goodbye to us, and we don't have a good word for it in English. The best is au revoir. We'll see you again.
Real emotional to see him, and real powerful. I don't know, it's just hard to explain. I mean, I was a little kid when he was president, but it's just, I don't know, he just was a great man. I think he did a lot for this country, especially foreign policy, and it's really just nice just to come here and to be here for him.
When you walk by the casket, you feel his presence. He's still there.
Really?
He's still here. And if that's in my heart, or he's in that room.
When I was 4 years old, I wrote him a letter, and I said, "I love you, Mr. President." And he sent me a family album, not a family album. It's one they give to everybody, but he sent me one, so I thought it would be kind of respectful to come say goodbye and thank him for what he sent me.
And I also hope, most importantly, besides him being remembered as the great statesman and as the great president, that he'll always be remembered as a loving husband and a loving father and a doting grandfather, and most especially a fantastic American.
And I feel that he was the greatest president in my lifetime. That, maybe in Ronald Reagan.
As you know, I will soon be visiting the People's Republic of China and the Soviet Union. I go there with no illusions. We have great differences with both powers. We shall continue to have great differences. But peace depends on the ability of great powers to live together on the same planet despite their differences.
It was important that the United States have diplomatic relations with a country that had over 1 billion people. And President Nixon was willing to take that gamble, and the net result is we achieved a foreign policy success that will be forever one of the hallmarks of the Nixon administration.
I think it really was his attitude towards the two communist superpowers, China and the Soviet Union. He, after all, was the man who opened the door to China after long years of boycott and isolation on the part of the United States, and he began the policy of détente towards the Soviet Union.
Today we have signed simultaneously in Washington, Moscow, and London an important agreement in the field of disarmament, the Convention on the Prohibition of the Development, Production, and Stockpiling of Bacteriological and Toxin Weapons and on their destruction.
May I congratulate all of those, not here at this head table, but many in this room and all over the world, representatives of our various governments who for years have worked for the achievement of these agreements. Debate that I had with Khrushchev in 1959, the so-called kitchen debate. He said to me, jabbing his finger into my chest, "Your grandchildren will live under communism." And I responded, "Your grandchildren will live in freedom." At that time, I was sure he was wrong, but I must admit I wasn't sure I was right. And now these last 3 years, particularly the developments in 1991, have proved I was right, because his grandchildren do live in freedom.
And I could see for myself that he was one of the first major big-time politicians in the world to actually understand Russia. He was one of the first politicians in the world to understand what Russia wanted to accomplish, what Russia was working for.
We face today a world of increasing uncertainty and difficult challenges, but it is a world of great opportunity, in no small part because of the vision of Richard Nixon during a particularly difficult period of the Cold War. He understood the threat of communism, but he also had the wisdom to know when it was time to reach out to the Soviet Union and to China.